Hey man, I'm back with another reaction, and this one is about. This one is about marijuana. Funny enough, I am about to text my weed man. Sorry about that. Anyway, so they said weed is linked to mental illness. They say weed is linked to people going crazy. I ain't crazy. So I want to watch a documentary. This was on a show. This is how old? This is 7 years ago. This is 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago. Does weed make some people paranoid? Damn, Skippy. Yeah, I'm bugging. I'm bugging. Alright, let's watch this. Now this, yeah, what happened to your content? You used to have so much content. So I'm saying, I don't know. Anyway.
Cannabis is known to have many medicinal purposes, but why does it make me paranoid if it treats anxiety in others?
Whether it's smoked, vaporized, orally, the experience.
Not gonna lie. I don't know. I'm very childish. Saying taking it orally sounds crazy to me. That sounds crazy to me. But hey man, let weed be weed, man. Let weed be weed. You know what I mean?
Rests on who the person is, what that person's experience is with cannabis beforehand, perhaps their genetic makeup, maybe even their gender, but it also heavily depends on how much they're taking in.
Each cannabis plant consists of cannabinoids and terpenes, which work together to alter the way you feel.
Let's see that. Let's see it one second. Let's see this. Let's see this. I'm gonna try to read that. I'm really gonna try to read that. Okay, cannabinoids. Okay, CBGVA. Bro, what are these strands? Are these weed strands? Oh, it's a different type of marijuana that you guys been smoking. That's crazy. THCA, CBDA, CBCA, bro, bomba clot. That's a lot of. So what's AMI? CBCVA. I wouldn't be surprised. That thing there, devil.
The way you feel. Those compounds include THC, which is psychoactive, as well as therapeutic, and CBD, which offers therapeutic effects.
If this is somebody that hasn't been exposed to cannabis in the past, they're more likely to experience some of the adverse effects. This might also be due to how strong the cannabis is. When we talk about how strong cannabis is, it's usually defined by the percent of THC in the cannabis. Adverse effect including anxiety, paranoia.
Sorry about that. Thing there went crazy for a second. Let's get back to this weed talk. Oh, my mic wasn't on. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Let's get back to this weed talk. Let's go back to the marijuana.
Cannabis plant consists of cannabinoids and terpenes, which work together to alter the way you feel. Those compounds include THC, which is psychoactive, as well as therapeutic, and CBD, which offers therapeutic effects.
If this is somebody that hasn't been exposed to cannabis in the past, they're more likely to experience some of the adverse effects. This might also be due to how strong the cannabis is. When we talk about how strong
Hey.
cannabis is, it's usually defined by the percent of THC in the cannabis plant that you're smoking, and that could promote this adverse effect, including anxiety, paranoia, sometimes even hallucinations.
The human body naturally produces something called endocannabinoids, which are similar to the compounds found in cannabis. Some people have low levels of endocannabinoids due to excess stress and trauma.
Crazy.
But research shows that weed compounds can replace missing endocannabinoids and treat things like PTSD and mood disorders.
So hold on. Weed makes you paranoid, but it can stop PTSD and anxiety. But some people that I know that have anxiety, when they smoke, they get more anxiety. But again, it depends on the smoker. Some of you prefer to smoke vapes. Nasty.
Cannabis enters the brain, it affects the amygdala, which controls bodily responses like fear and stress. So you might experience paranoia, which means you're too high and too much THC is flooding the brain. Researchers say paranoia can also be linked to where you consume cannabis, the method you use to consume it, and even what you have to eat in combination with it.
So if you're eating a pot brownie or, having an edible, what you
those brownies? I've never liked edibles because food is meant to be eaten when you're hungry. Food shouldn't be tampered with in my opinion, with marijuana. In my opinion, because honestly, weed should be smoked. We shouldn't be eaten, in my opinion. People like the edibles. I hear you. Enjoy your life. It's in my life though. It's not mine. I go sorry.
had earlier that day or right before you're eating it could really affect it. THC is what we call lipophilic, and so its absorption depends on what else is going on in the GI tract at that time. What that means is that can the THC be easily absorbed? And so if you've just eaten something fattening, there's a possibility that the THC might be more easily absorbed, so you'll have a more intense effect.
To avoid paranoia, your best bet is a lower THC dose.
Wait. So, if I heard this correctly, she said if you're smoking and the weed is too powerful, you should eat fatty foods because the THC will be absorbed by the fat. No. No. That's not gonna be me.
Or a strain that fits your desired effect. Cannabis is broken up into 3 categories. Indica, which reportedly gives you a relaxing high. Sativa, which can give you a cheerful buzz. And hybrids, which fall somewhere in the middle. Full disclosure, this may be easier said than done. Due to different regulations in different states, categories are often labeled incorrectly, and studies show that strain names are often meaningless and inconsistent among retailers and correlate.
Don't even get me started with these. Don't even get me started with these man talking about weed names. Hey yo, bro, I got that Cali. Was it? I got like Cali, Hawaii. There's 2 different places, my guy. 2 different places, my guy. Yeah, man got that. Yeah, I got that. Look, that was it. That lollipop flavor. What? Oh, why? Why you talk? What? No, thank you. You know what I mean? So I think these names are just names. If I ever sell weed, yeah, I'll call it some crazy names like Star Dog. Yeah. That weed there is disgusting. Disgusting. Every time I smoke, disgusting. Anyway. Disgusting.
To how it makes you feel.
Some advice that people have given people is that, you know, go slowly, especially with edibles. Edibles don't set in for 45 minutes, an hour. So you don't want to eat a piece of chocolate, not feel any effect, eat some more, and then still not feel an effect, and eat some more, and then an hour later, you know, you're having an adverse experience because you just took so much THC orally.
Guys, relax on the weed, my guys. Relax on the weed. Take it easy. Yeah, take it easy. Take it easy on the weed, my guys. Relax on the marijuana. I ain't gonna kill yourselves out here, fam. Listen, I don't want to be the only 8-year-old. So everyone relax. Anyway, I'm gonna do more reactions with that, with marijuana and shrooms. What's to you smokers and shroom takers? What's better? Let me know.